Hi folks, welcome back to the bench. Another day, another update on the ongoing Fender fiasco. This time it's Yamaha. They have officially announced that they received a letter back in May, so they've kept that quiet. There were a few whispers round of who we thought this company were going to be, and as suspected, it is Yamaha. So we've got a couple of things for you. We've got a few bits of information on what's happened so far regarding the matter. We've also got a statement from Fender, and also we managed to obtain the latest US census for musical instrument sales. I think you'll find that very, very interesting. So as always, we're going to see what's happened. We're going to share our thoughts, and then most importantly, what do you guys think? Because every step of the way, it's all about you, what you think has happened, will happen, and might happen. Let us know below. Let's just jump straight in. We're going to get the report up now. I will be linking the report below, and this is courtesy of Reuters.com. I do hope I've pronounced that right. And it's just reference, as we all know, the ongoing Fender lawsuit. They started back in March a very aggressive campaign against anyone that was producing the Strat model design, the S-type body, but didn't have a Fender logo on. Now, we've had a couple of big hitters hit so far. Harley Benton of Thomann have received their letter and have now countersued. So we know that so far. PRS have received their letter over the John Mayer Silver Sky. We didn't see that coming. There's also been a few smaller independents, boutique builders, which was LSL Musical Instruments. That started this off straight away. And recently, a letter was sent to COG, Cool Old Guitars, down under in Australia, over their wording on the website. So we've covered all matters so far. This is now reference Yamaha, and I'm going to give you all of the updates as I've received them. And in the report to Reuters, the Yamaha Corporation have announced that they received their letter back in May, but haven't specified which models were named in the lawsuit. There's been some speculation online, and I'm sure you probably think the same as me. It's most likely going to be the Pacificas, which were from the 90s. They do a range of models, and those are probably going to be the ones that are being targeted, but there's no official report on it yet. Let me know what you think on that. Fender have, of course, responded in the way that they do, and I'll put that on the screen for you. Protecting these iconic designs is part of Fender's obligation as a steward of the brand, its legacy and the authenticity musicians associate with Fender instruments. We remain open to engaging constructively with partners and companies across the industry. Now, that statement we've heard multiple times, and it was of course put forward by Edward Bud Cole when he had his most recent live release with the US dealers, and that went down like the Titanic, unfortunately. So we knew that that statement was coming. It's been brought up a few times, each and every time the company have received a letter. And obviously, Yamaha, similar to Thomann and PRS, they are sizable competitors. They're not small independents. They have got the backing and the legal divisions to take this on. So this could start ramping up for Fender. It's okay having one here and two there and three there, 4 and 5, and with more to come. It is suspected that the next big hitter could be someone similar to Ibanez or someone of that ilk. Again, who you think could be next, do let us know. But so far, this could start costing a lot of money. But the reputation is already in question with everyone seeing the backlash online. We have seen it in the shop, and we're seeing it day in, day out. Fender are being boycotted like there's no tomorrow. Fender, of course, closed it with the usual, we encourage the creation of new and distinctive designs that push guitar innovation forward rather than relying on direct copies of Leo Fender's pioneering work. We've heard that before, of course, and yet again, they've brought it to the table. The personification of this instrument and what it is and what it means. We've had that conversation previously. What was quite interesting, a statement from the patent attorney at Marks & Clerk. I think their end goal is to be the sole suppliers of Stratocasters to the whole of the European market. I think they've probably underestimated the backlash. And as I've said previously on other videos and in this video, we are seeing it across the floor. Not even the guitars, their accessories, t-shirts, plectrums, strings, any other merchandise that's associated. I'm now going to share something that we found earlier that I mentioned, and this is the US electric guitar sales, and this census will be from 2016 right through to 2025. So I'm going to put that on the screen now. Now, as you can see on the chart, and I've not ever been very good at reading them, certainly from a maths background, but you can see that centrally at the top here, the pandemic era demand, we're looking at, what's that, just over 1.45 million US dollars. The decline then down into 23, marginal recovery into 24, and we're now on that slow decline again into 25, and obviously we're now in 26. And it's like every business, we were part of the COVID times, and as a shop it was absolutely frightening. You look at everything that's going on around the world, the devastation, the loss of lives, the way that businesses have changed for people. We did see, however, the hobbyist industry, people were taking up playing, whether that be simply because they were at home and had more time, or they hit the stage of, what am I waiting for? Why am I waiting for a time that I might not see? If now's going to be the time, now is going to be the time I'm going to start playing. And it could be that Fender saw exactly this as well. Those sales have surged. And like anything in life, it's up and down like Tower Bridge. Apologies if you're not from England. We know what we mean by up and down like Tower Bridge. I can only see one of two things here. The declines that have come down, and they want those repeat businesses and dollars back in the bank. That's just not going to happen anytime soon, certainly with the competitors and everything that's going around. I think now this is why Fender have targeted here and there. They want that, exactly as that patent clerk had said, sole rights to the Stratocaster shape. This obviously, of course, is a European factor. Could it be heading back to the US for them to take it there? They'd need a victory over here, and with these cease and desist letters, it's certainly ramping up to be. It's at these points of the videos I generally come to you, lovely people watching. So can you share your thoughts on this so far? With that post-COVID now situation, did you buy a guitar back in those times? Perhaps you were a starter, you were working from home. Perhaps you decided just to add to your collection. Give us the reasons why, if you were. With that decline now of moving, is this simply now just going to be a case of carrying on for Fender, but with the backlash online, how many more lawsuits can they take on? The damage could be done, the reputation is already up in the air, and everything we've heard from you lovely people so far has not really been in Fender's favour. Who do we now think could be the next big hit? We've indicated it could be people like Ibanez or Sir, Tom Anderson's, some of these bigger hitters. Or could it be some of the smaller guys, the S-Styles, the Anderton's East Coast guitar, the Cruiser Crafters, the Aria S-types? There are still so many competitors on the market. Are they going to be next, or will it be another big boy? Do let us know your thoughts on that. I'd also like to add on that Rhett Shull, a fantastic YouTuber that does similar videos to these on a much larger scale, he'd also commented on this idea of the Stratocaster body. And I'd like you to do this now. So if you're watching on your phone, watch the video and then do this. If you go into your text messages or your emails or any form of communication, if you look at your emojis now on my invisible phone that I've got, if you type in guitar, you tell me what you see. That's right, it's a Strat. I mean an S-type body. It is the generic shape of that guitar. It is perceived by millions, if not billions, that the guitar of that shape and calibre is a generic design. Fender think differently, but let us know if your emojis are any different to mine. As always, thank you very much for joining us, folks. And if you have liked the video, do consider giving us a like and a subscribe and a notification bell and all of that rubbish that we'll all keep asking you to do, because it does just help these videos go a little bit further and it brings such lovely people to the channel. As always, I'm Jamie, your local tech, shopkeeper and reactionary connoisseur, bringing you all the breaking news of the industry, and no doubt I will be back soon, because as I always say, there's one thing for sure in this life, it ain't over till it's over. So until we see you again, who knows what it might be on, probably Fender. We'll see you soon. Hope you're having fun, happy playing, happy teching, and if you're buying guitars, happy purchasing. See you soon, folks. I'm off for a cup of tea. Catch you soon. Bye, guys.